downpour on Saturday afternoon, which washed away a suspension bridge over a stream near Cascade Falls. Several other tracks and entrances have been closed, and the council's regional parks manager, Rachel Callagher, says it's too early to say when they'll be reopened.
Our focus again has just been very much on closing them and keeping them safe for the moment, keeping public safe while we go through that process of assessing what needs to be done moving forwards, but we'll be working on that over the coming days and weeks.
Rachel Callagher of the Auckland Council. Firefighters on the Chatham Islands are battling to keep a 4-day fire away from a conservation reserve. The Principal Rural Fire Officer, Craig Cottrell, says the vegetation fire is burning well away from people's homes, but less than 1 kilometre from the reserve. He told Morning Report the wind conditions will be helpful today, but it could take as long as 2 weeks to completely put the fire out. That's the news. With sport, here's Joe Porter.
Ngā Mihi o Te Ata. A disappointed New Zealand men's sevens coach says it's hard to find the positives out of their 4th place finish in Hamilton, but Clark Laidlaw says he's putting the team under pressure in front of a large and vocal crowd will serve them well at April's Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast. The All Blacks Sevens were edged 14-12 by eventual winners Fiji in a tense semi-final before being pipped 8-7 by Australia in the bronze medal match. Fiji came from behind to beat South Africa 24-17 in the final. Laidlaw says he learnt a lot about his players in Hamilton, their last tournament before the Gold Coast, as he seeks to finalise his Com Games squad.
It's hard to find a highlight, isn't it, when you're finished 4th. But I think playing under that pressure and finding out a little bit about all our players, developing our leadership on and off the field that we're really trying to develop. We're better for it.
Clark Laidlaw. Boxing could lose its place at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics amid International Olympic Committee concerns over the governance of amateur boxing's world governing body, the AIBA. The IOC President Thomas Bach says the AIBA had failed to clarify internal decision-making procedures and the way its new president had been installed, as well as issues surrounding its finances, refereeing and anti-doping. Bach also says the IOC has concerns about the judging at the 2016 Rio Olympics and isn't satisfied with an IABA report dismissing the concerns. The New Zealand golfer Ryan Fox says sometimes you just have to sit back and enjoy after India's Shubhankar Sharma carded a phenomenal final round to take victory at the latest European Tour event in Malaysia. Fox carded included an eagle on the opening hole to finish in a tie for 3rd, 4 shots off the pace, his career best result on the tour. Sharma won by 2 shots after firing 10 birdies on his way to a final round 10 under par 62, and Fox says it was special to watch.
You can see it's out there. Obviously, Lee shot it earlier in the week, and to do it by 4 back starting the day, and to do that to win a golf tournament is seriously impressive.
Ryan Fox. The New Zealand Breakers have sealed their place in the NBL basketball playoffs following an 88-84 win over the Illawarra Hawks in Auckland. There are 2 rounds remaining for the Breakers to secure a top 2 finish and home court advantage in the finals. And the England footballer Harry Kane scored a last-gasp penalty as 5th place Tottenham snatched a 2-2 draw at 3rd placed Liverpool in a dramatic Premier League clash at Anfield. Mo Salah thought he had won it for Liverpool with the 2nd goal of the game in injury time, but Kane, who had missed a penalty at 1-1 moments before, converted a 2nd spot kick to grab a share of the spoils. Koina ngā pūrongo, hakinakina.
Last time on Checkpoint.
We don't have space for a detox. You have to maintain your drinking.
When 29-year-old Andrew Wild finally accepted he had a problem and needed help, one of the biggest hurdles to overcome as an alcoholic, the public health system wasn't there for him.
CADS has turned around and told me once to use controlled drinking until we have space. To tell that to an alcoholic or an addict to keep drinking or keep using, that could kill you.
Checkpoint, 5 o'clock weekday evenings on RNZ National and also streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Freeview Channel 50 and Face TV, which is Sky Channel 83.
Now the forecast from Met Service to midnight. Northland to Taumarunui and Taihape, including Coromandel Peninsula, Bay of Plenty and Taupo. Cloudy at times with isolated showers, widespread from late morning, sometimes heavy and there may be thunderstorms, easing tonight. Gisborne to Wairarapa, mainly fine. Isolated showers from afternoon though. Taranaki to Wellington, scattered showers, especially in the ranges. Eastern Nelson and for Marlborough, fine spells and isolated showers. Western Nelson, Buller, Westland, Fiordland. Showers, some heavy and might be thundery. Canterbury and Otago, high cloud at times. Isolated showers in Otago, spreading to Canterbury later in the day. Southland, a few showers, frequent in the south from afternoon. And the Chatham Islands, fine at times. In the main centres today, Auckland has showers, might be heavy with thunderstorms from late morning, clearing in the evening, light winds and a high of 25. Tauranga, some showers, possibly thunderstorms from afternoon, westerlies from evening and a high of 24. Hamilton showers from about midday, chance of thunderstorms, clearing late evening, westerlies from afternoon, 24. Wellington mainly fine, possible morning shower, strong gusty nor'westers 22, Christchurch high clouds, strengthening nor'westers and 26. And Dunedin a few showers, mainly from afternoon. The sou'wester gets strong at times, 19 degrees. This is RNZ National, it's 8:10.
And this is Morning Report. The Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern says she's had very positive talks in Waitangi so far, but Labour now needs to show it can deliver and that she feels the weight of expectation.
I fully acknowledge that they'll be waiting for us to demonstrate that we mean what we say. You know, it is one thing to come here to share, the conversation and have the positive meetings, but the test, of course, will be when we stump up and demonstrate we mean it.
Well, our Māori issues correspondent Mihingarangi Forbes is at the treaty grounds with Peeni Henare, a government minister of Ngāti Hine and Ngāpuhi descent. Over to you, Mihi.
Kia ora, Guyon. Well, he's not quite with me. He's walking up the garden path from the Treaty House. But this morning, we're sitting here in the Treaty grounds just behind us. The marae is in full swing. They're setting up the marae atia for the Prime Minister and the government and the opposition parties. Pōwhiri this morning, we've just seen the diplomatic call be welcomed onto marae, and a very lively pōwhiri for this time of the morning. Peeni Henare is joining me now, so I'm just going to switch over there. Mōrena e te rangatira, kei te pihia. I just want to start with Labour's taken a very different approach to Waitangi this year. For one, the length of the Crown visit. Are you pleased with the response?
Most definitely. The reception from the people of all walks of life has been really good. There's words such as the common touch, listening to us, genuine, that are being thrown around. So we're really pleased that our time up here, I think, has been fruitful. But of course, we know that with that comes expectations for next year. So we've got a lot of work to do.
I was going to ask the Prime Minister that this morning, but ran out of time. So is the expectation that your government will come for 5 days or around about every year?
Most definitely. I mean, if you set a precedence, right, you don't head backwards. So, I think it's a good thing we talk long and hard about why the regions need a lot of awhi and a lot of support, and it's no point just flying in and flying out on the day. So,
in your trips around Te Tai Tokirau over the last few days, the Prime Minister and the delegation have come face to face, kanohi ki te kanohi, with ordinary New Zealanders and Māori. Have they been frank with her? Have they been able to be frank? And what are they saying to your colleagues?
They have been frank with her and all of us. First, with a warmth and a sort of, a shared outcome or a shared belief in what they can achieve. But they have been very direct. We saw an emotional, play or poem read out at Karetu for the Prime Minister, and she's been very clear that channels of communication and work lines with her ministers are all important, and she's forced us all into the limelight to make sure that we are listening to those people and their concerns.
What are the issues, if you could name a few?
Infrastructure, employment, the economy, and rangatahi. Lots of people just saying our young people need opportunities.
I think the youth unemployment rate in Te Tai Tokirau is right up in the late 20s.
Most definitely.
One of the highest in the country. So, are they coming up with any ideas?
Oh, look, forestry's been mentioned, tourism. There is talk that they're low-paid vacations, but a vocation, not a vacation. We want them to work. But look, you got to start somewhere, and I think if we can get the settings right for opportunities just to connect with our people, for the most part, young people just don't even connect, whether it's with a government agency or an employer. So we need to work hard on that.
On the first day of the delegation's travels around Te Tai Tokirau, the hikoi, the Waitangi protest that's called, left Te Rerenga Wairua for Waitangi, and it will arrive today or tomorrow. I think it's actually already here. It's 40 years this hikoi's been going. You've been involved in organising these proceedings and procedures. Is there room for protest in your organisation?
Yeah, of course there is. This is Waitangi, right? And it isn't simply about one moment of protest. You got to understand, or people must understand, that over the past 5 days we've had variations of protests. People have come and talked to us about different things and been very clear about their agenda, and I think there's always room for protest in Waitangi. I guess our opportunity today and with our new PM was really to bring the nation back to Waitangi, not just the protesters and not just the politicians. We want all of our young people, old people from right throughout the country to at least look this way and think about what goes on at Waitangi and what Waitangi means.
In an hour or so, the Prime Minister will make history, perhaps, being the first female Prime Minister to formally speak in the pōwhiri. You've been an advisor, a close advisor to her. How are you feeling about, the next little while?
Oh, if I'm honest, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because we're breaking new ground here in many respects. A wahine speaking on our marae up here on such an important occasion. Not just any wahine at that. There have been a lot of challenges and a lot of shade, if you like, thrown my way, but God, I'm really excited where we're at. While nervous, I'm excited. I've got 3 girls who look at this and just think, wow, is this our new norm? And if that's how they grow up and they can stand with confidence just like our Prime Minister does, I think we're heading in the right direction.
We're just sitting here for those at home listening, just to the side of Te Wharerunanga, the marae, which the Prime Minister will be speaking on. And just before, I saw a couple of wahine from Ngāpuhi of high rank there, Nader Glavish and a couple others walking through. You've been here for a little while now. You must have had conversations with Ngāpuhi wahine about the Prime Minister speaking. What are they saying?
Oh, look, they're saying, good on you, boy. We're supporting quietly. Others are saying, why did you not consult with us first? And those are all points that are fairly taken. And I mean, this is to start the conversation. I'm not saying that from here on out it's going to be smooth sailing, but it's now in the psyche of all of our kuia and our kaumātua who run our marae. Karetu, for example, gave her the opportunity to speak on the marae as well, and we're very clear that women have done it for years, so let's keep going.
Ka pai. Tēnā koe e te minita. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Very much for that, Mihi. That's Mihingarangi Forbes at Waitangi, 18 minutes past 8 now. Well, at this time of year, in towns all over the country, groups of New Zealanders and quite a few old ones too sign up for workshops to find out more about the treaty. For decades now, Pākehā treaty educators have been schooling up the general public about the agreement forged in 1840 between Māori and the Crown. And according